Welcome to a special RadioRadioX music video interview. I am your host, Justin Smulison, proud contributor here at RadioRadioX.com. I'm a big fan of my guest today. His name is Robert Majd. If you're not familiar with him, he's a fantastic guitarist, bassist, and songwriter from Sweden. He's got a few groups. One of my favorites, if not my favorite, is Nighthawk, and Nighthawk is back with what is their fourth album. It is called 630. It is available worldwide on August 1st from our brilliant friends over at Mighty Music over in Denmark. So we've got so much to discuss. Now, if you are hearing the song right now, it is called Hard Rock Warrior. It's the lead song and lead single off of the album. And if you recognize the voice, it's from this gentleman right here. That is my favorite rock and roll singer. That's Bjorn Strid, who is also the singer of the Night Flight Orchestra. And if you're a metal fan, you might recognize him as the singer of Soilwork and other groups as well. But we're here mostly to discuss Nighthawk and what's happening there with 630. The album was recorded in Wales at the legendary Rockfield Studios. And so we're going to talk about what it was like to record there and what the vibe was like. That's wild. And we're going to talk about what's going on also with Robert's other group, Captain Blackbeard. Fantastic group out of Sweden as well, and they are also on the Mighty Music roster. And Robert is also the bassist for a fantastic metal group, Metalite. And so they just got back from a quick show in Spain, so we're going to talk all about that. There's so much to discuss. I'm very excited. Robert's a buddy. He's a friend. He's an actual friend, and I'm going to prove it later in the interview. So let's get to it. RadioRadioX audiences worldwide, please welcome to the show from Nighthawk, Robert Majd. Hey, I am so happy to be joined for the second time this year by my friend, Robert Majd. Robert, welcome.
Thank you, Justin. Good to see you again.
Always a pleasure. Now, if you know, a lot of people know Robert from two other groups as well. He's the bassist in Metalite, and he's also the creative driving force behind Captain Blackbeard. And Captain Blackbeard had another album earlier this year. Remind everybody what it was called.
It was called Chasing Danger, and I believe we released it in April. April.
That was the last time we spoke. Yeah. And so here we are, and now you've got, even though I don't have the actual album cover, it's behind me over there. And here's the predecessor, one of the predecessor albums. Nighthawk is back with 630. And my favorite rock singer, Bjorn, is at the mic again. And it's a happy time to be a fan of your music.
Oh, great. Thank you. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, obviously, because you've got a lot of things to juggle. And I think there's another group also that we didn't even mention yet, which we'll talk about later. So this is technically Nighthawk's fourth album, right?
That's correct.
Right, and this is the second one with Bjorn on vocals for the whole run. And this is called 630. It's coming out August 1st, so hopefully this interview is out by then, if not right after. And how does it feel? I know this was banked a long time ago, right?
Yeah, it was. It is great to finally see it come out, and obviously some of the payoff of making an album is to see people's reactions. And I'm kind of ego like that. I like to listen to it myself, but I've done that for almost 2 years now, so that part is covered. But no, it's great to have it out. I'm happy with it. And I want people to like it to get me motivated to record the next one.
Oh, okay. Look at it. He's always thinking a couple of steps ahead. You kind of have to. You want to stay a busy musician. And so this album has roughly the same lineup as Prowler?
Yeah, we had a different bass player.
Right.
Initially, we were thinking about doing the same lineup, but Chris just couldn't get time off from work, but the dates worked for everyone else, so the show had to go on. And the wonderful Rasmus Airborne from Soilwork and Night Flight Orchestra stepped in and did a fantastic job.
So you've got 2 members of Night Flight Orchestra in there.
3.
3. Who's the third?
John Lenme.
Oh my God! You've got the key elements of the band right there, and
that was actually the joke when we were on tour, because on Prowler I had 2 Night Flight band members. Now I got 3.
Right.
So I suppose on the next one I have to recruit another Night Flight member.
You might, yeah. Maybe get one of the ladies to sing again. But I know you did that for Captain Blackbeard, so it's getting tough.
Yeah.
You're poaching. It's called poaching. You're not allowed to do that. All right.
But I like them all so much. I can't help myself.
No, but there's a lot. That's a good thing for you to say. There's a lot of camaraderie between the bands, right? You're all from Sweden, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
And the last album had a different singer, and I think you had banked that even longer ago, and that was called Vampire Blues.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it was actually recorded before Prowler. So Prowler and 630 were made kind of back to back, although they weren't released like that.
Right. Okay. So tell us, what was the mentality going into it? Did you say, we want to make another straight ahead rock album, we want to keep the songs short, we want to keep the choruses really punchy and in your head? Was that the mentality?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, the Prowler album was supposed to be a one-off, and then Nighthawk as a project was supposed to just me try to play with the new musicians and stuff like that. But I thought we had a chemistry, and we had a lot of fun when we did Prowler at the world famous Abbey Road Studios. And so basically, I just said to Bjorn, I know you're a busy guy, and it was supposed to be a one-off, but I had so much fun. If we can find another fun studio to visit, would you be interested in doing another one? And he was up for it, and the other guys were up for it too. So we sort of looked around for this equally exciting studio to go to.
That's tough, because the last one was Abbey Road, right?
Yeah, that's tough competition. But Rockfield was in a way equally exciting, but in a different way, because where Abbey Road is like maybe riding first class, Rockfield is not. That's not the point of it. It's more like genuine, and it's located in a farm in Wales, and you actually live on the farm. So it becomes this immersive experience where you live, where you record, and the people who own it is the same people who has owned it since the 60s. And they told stories about everything from the Beatles and Queen, and everyone is, recorded there. And so it was a very cool experience.
That's great.
And also
right over there. There you guys are. That's you.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the studio is in the built on the farm or on the grounds?
Yes, they actually have 2 studios.
Okay.
And so that was the bigger one we chose to have a lot of space. And also to answer your question, to the idea for the songs, pretty much to do, not to sound like boring, but in a way I just wanted to do more of the same, because I really like Prowler, and find small ways to do some new stuff, but within sort of the same mode.
Right. No, if you want to stick to the formula because it's working for you, then great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's your band. You can do whatever you want. All right.
Yeah.
Was there more contributions from the other players this time around?
No, it was pretty much the same in the sense that I wrote a bunch of songs. Bjorn came over and sang on the demos, and when he does, he always comes up with a few changes, so that puts his marks on them. And for this release, just as the previous, we listened to some of his older demos and picked one of his old ideas and finished.
Right.
And then we were supposed to not do any covers this time around, because although I think they were fine on the previous album, I didn't feel like I needed to do them when I'd listen back. It was like the original tunes were good enough. Why did I do covers? So, so we said no covers on this one. But when we were there and we had recorded the 10 songs, there were a few hours left. So why be lazy? So we said maybe
Right.
we can squeeze another song in there if there's a cover song that we all know.
And what was that, Man on the Silver Mountain?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Rainbow song.
It's a Rainbow song. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I'm not terribly familiar with Rainbow. This keeps happening because I've talked to Ronnie Romero. I interview Ronnie Romero once a year also, and I should be listening to more of their stuff. But that's cool. Yeah, I had a feeling that was the cover. All right, cool. No, your cover.
Good.
Yeah, no, your covers on Nighthawk were good. I had never even heard that Springsteen song called "Cover Me" until I heard Nighthawk do it, and I'm from New York. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Well, that song was asking for it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Cover me.
Yeah, really. And I heard it in a movie. Did you ever see, oh shit, what's it called? Blinded by the Light.
Oh.
You see that one?
I'm not sure I have, but Bruce has a song called "Blinded by the Light."
Yeah, and it was about a Pakistani boy living in the UK in the 80s who finds Bruce Springsteen and it blows his mind. Like that was the whole movie.
That's a good concept.
Yeah, and it was about a real guy. So I'm watching the movie and I hear "Cover Me," and for a moment I go like this, "Hey, that's Robert's song." Oh, wait a minute. It's a Springsteen song.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
People think Bruce covered one of mine.
Yeah, I know. That could happen. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess.
So, well, that brings up one quick question. I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole here. When you cover a famous musician's song, even if it's not a famous song, did you hear back from the Springsteen camp, or did you just get their approval to do it and that was it?
No, I mean, you don't really need to get approval to do a cover. You just have to make sure that the publishing is right, so the money goes to the right place when it's released. So you can pretty much record anything you want. As far as those covers, no, I haven't heard anything from either Bruce or Kiss.
Or Kiss,
So
yeah.
I'm incredibly disappointed. Maybe they lost my number.
I guess so, yeah. But they could ask Bjorn for it. Didn't Night Flight open for Kiss one time?
That's true.
So there you go. Let's talk about 630. One of the last or more recent singles that came out is actually my favorite song on the album. I wrote this to you. It's called "Too Good to You." That is such a groovy song. It's got so many elements of just great rock and roll and even like maybe even a little Motown type stuff and a little bit of that in there. Tell us, that song must have evolved, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those songs that has everything that I tried to do with Nighthawk.
Yeah.
From the beginning. But then I sort of tried to do other stuff as well. And that's what some of the other songs have. But for me, that's, if I can be so bold to say, it's classic Nighthawk.
Yeah.
And the song itself didn't evolve super much, and it was one of the early ones that I wrote. And maybe I think that was sort of the catalyst. I've told you before that when I start writing for an album, it's usually one song idea where I feel really happy with. It makes me excited to get into it.
Right.
Because in the beginning you sort of unsure of maybe another album. And then you manage to do one song that you yourself think is, wow, it's actually good. And you get excited for the process. And that was probably the one in this album.
Yeah.
But the major change was probably when John added an extra layer of keyboard on it.
Mm-hmm.
As you can hear sort of in the middle section there, he goes a bit nuts in the best possible way.
Yeah. That's a great song. Baby, I was too good to you. I probably played it right now during the interview. I'm playing the song.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna splice that in there later. Another one. Oh, right after that, it goes Cut You Loose. That's another great one. It follows up beautifully.
Yeah, and that has probably a bit of Motown inspiration, and that was the one that we picked from Bjorn's demo box, if you want to call it that.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And so when when you're all there you are, you're all together in the studio, but you don't see very often these days. Is there a different excitement when you're in the studio playing these songs together?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's why I think, at least I can't speak for myself, but I feel a chemistry and a camaraderie, even though we only recorded an album in 2 days. And with other bands, you might spend a year doing it. But when you do it like that, it's kind of intimate, and you created something together and creates sort of a bond,
Yeah.
And it's it's the way to do it if you can, I would say.
Right. Right. Because there's a commitment, like you're saying, you had to go to Wales. I'm sure it cost a little extra money than a regular recording session would be. Plus everybody's got to eat, everybody's got to sleep. You sleep on the farm there too?
Yeah, we each got a room, and the people there were cooking breakfast and dinner for
Oh,
us.
wow.
And
Okay.
and they told us stories. I think it was the room where the Magnus, the drummer, was sleeping, and they said when Oasis were recording, Noel kicked down the door when Liam was staying in your room because they were fighting.
Oh,
And the
really?
other guy jumped out the window, and we actually got the door saved in storage here. Crazy.
That's wild. Was that the first
Yeah.
album?
I don't know. Probably
Uh,
we didn't indulge in such behavior though.
no, you guys were well behaved, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a few beers, talk about
Yeah.
music.
Exactly. Yeah. You
Yeah,
guys you I think at this point people would only want to work with people who can just relax and make some music and get the job done, right?
yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Let's also talk about Eye of the Night. That's a cool one.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
fun one. You're driving around at night with in a Camaro or something like that.
yeah. That song is. I feel like that song is probably mostly attitude,
Yeah, exactly.
and maybe not as melodic as some of the other ones, but it's got some punch to it, I guess.
Yeah, man. No, it's a fun song. The whole album is such a fun listen. And like you're saying, you're picking up the same spirit as Prowler, which I loved. And I actually have this is a signed Robert Majd copy right here. And my favorite one off that, as you know, is Playing the Game. I love that song. Oh, it's my favorite one of the whole album. Playing the Game.
Okay.
Playing the Game. If Nighthawk, I know Nighthawk's got some shows or a show coming up. I hope you bust that out because I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Well,
do,
we're getting in the position now where we have so many songs to choose from. It's getting difficult.
yeah. Now don't you have a show coming up in August with Donna Canone?
That's true. Yeah. We're doing a release party on
Okay.
the 30th of August, and we're doing it with my live version of the band. I call it, because it's a completely different lineup. It's some of my friends who lives nearby and who I played a lot with before, and
Uh-huh.
who were excited to join me for some gigs.
Okay. And who sings for you at this one though? Bjorn sings.
It's Martin Holzner, the former Captain Blackbird singer.
Oh wow, you're gonna get him to come in? Okay.
Yeah. We've actually done 3 shows at this point with Nighthawk, because he was excited to get back to play with me, and it was at the same time we were releasing the new Blackbird album. So I said,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I like playing with you, but you can't come back to Blackbird when we just released a new album
Right.
with a new great singer. So, but if you just want to have some fun and play, join me with Nighthawk and we can do that. And he was up for that.
He was up for it. Okay. So
Yeah.
he's gonna do Nighthawk songs with you
Yeah.
as you do Nighthawk. Okay. Excellent.
And we have been playing a sort of obscure cover of an old Riot song. Isn't that like a New York-based band, Riot?
I think so. Yeah. And I've got the Thundersteel album.
Cool.
Yeah, I got that. I got that and a couple more. And one of the singers of Riot who never actually recorded with them, but he did live, was a guy named Mike Torelli who sings for Holy Mother, and I'm friendly with
Cool.
him. That's all I got. Yeah. So what's the Riot song?
It's called. Oh, I forgot the song. The name of it. Uh, it's from the Swords and Tequila album,
Oh, that one.
Outlaw.
Okay. I don't know
Uh,
that one yet, but I will. I look forward to getting a bootleg of the Nighthawk set and
yeah,
hearing what you guys do to it. That's cool.
we've actually recorded one original song and a live version of a Ghost song that we
Oh,
did at one of our concerts that we probably might release as a single just to have something out there with the live lineup.
okay, cool. Excellent. So that's going to be, I'm looking at the right there, August 30th at the Encore in Sumpan.
Yes, nice.
I'm doing my best. And that's going to be, you're going to be joined by Two Headed and
Yeah.
Donna Canone. And Donna Canone is one of Bjorn's other groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked,
Indeed.
I picked them up on Bandcamp just to check them out. Yeah, they're good. They fit alongside Nighthawk very well.
Yeah, they get a great sort of cheap trick vibe, like
Yeah.
punk pop or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. So
And
that's
Two Headed is a duo featuring the drummer from Helicopters, which is one of my all-time favorite drummers.
oh yeah, okay. I know them. Yeah, I've listened to them before. They're on Nuclear Blast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got that. You got so much happening, and you've got Captain Blackbeard, but you're not touring with Captain Blackbeard right now, right?
No, we sort of released the album in April, just before all the festivals. So we got sort of uh, ended up in no man's land because all the festivals were booked, and then it's summer.
Yeah.
So we're looking at putting some shows together for next year, I think.
Right. And then you've
Yeah.
got, and then now we were talking before we were rolling, like we're saying, you're the bassist for a very popular group, Metalite, and Expedition One is still taking off.
Yeah.
No, you guys look like you're having a blast. Every time you post a photo of that group live or getting ready to go somewhere, you look like you're all like a big family. It looks like you're having a great time.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have too much fun, even though there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. Flying weird hours, losing luggage.
Oh, right.
We
Yeah, yeah.
always seem to have fun together. So.
Yeah. How's our friend Edwin? He's good?
Oh yeah, he's good. We had a great time in Spain. Did a big outdoor festival, and then we slept for 2 hours, and then we got up to go home. And during those 2 hours, there was a rave outside the window, so we were absolutely knackered when we woke up. But
Yeah.
we still had so much fun, and we can't wait for our next gig. Is actually early September. It's a female fronted festival in Diest in Belgium. And after that, it's going to be full focus on the next album.
Oh, wow. Okay. Excellent. I have a question for you after we're done about that. And then let's remind everybody also that if anyone out there has been watching many of my interviews, you notice I usually wear one of two shirts. It's either another group called Becoming or this shirt right here from Weapon. And that's strategic. There's a reason for it. It's because Robert is one of the songwriters for and the producers of the band Weapon. And there it is. And just to show that we're actual buds, we're friends. And Robert and the singer over there on the other side, that's Danny Hines. It's Danny Hines of Weapon. And we met up in New York City. There's my wife right there, sporting this same shirt. And we had a great time. So Weapon's last album was called Nuclear Power. Very smart. Very smart. And so that was a couple of years ago now. We were wondering, is Weapon have a new original album coming out?
Yes, we're actually in the midst of recording it.
Okay.
And all the drums have been recorded for the next album. Most of the rhythm guitar. So as soon as I get all the files from the producer, I'll start recording bass. And Danny is planning when to record the lead vocal. So we're sort of halfway through it.
Okay.
But all the songs is clearly written since we're that far ahead. And so I think we got a really good follow up to Nuclear Power.
Yeah. That's a great album. And What's it like working with Danny? Is he a big pain in the ass? Does he have a lot of demands, or is he a good guy?
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a good chemistry. That's why we ended up doing the Weapon albums, because I've never been official member of Weapon.
Right.
On Nuclear Power, their bass player Tony Forsyth is a great, great guy. He played on the album, but unfortunately, he's going through cancer treatment, which has been very prolonged, and he hasn't been able to do the shows. So I've been doing the shows, and me and Danny just ended up writing because we were friends,
Right.
not because we had to.
Right.
It was very like a seamless thing. So yeah, no, it's really good working with Danny, and I like to see him get out there with his music. So I want to help in any way I can.
Yeah. And then you've got, so we're looking forward to that. And then you've got, I want to see, you sent me this. Yeah. You've got a group called, that's you? Is it Space Boys?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Space Boys.
I'm a space boy. Yeah.
You are, well, I know you enough to know that you definitely are a space boy.
Yeah, that was on the first Nighthawk album. I did a cover of a Ace Frehley demo from 84 or 85.
Mm-hmm.
And some Kiss fans thought that was fun, and I thought it was a fun thing to do because Ace did some great demos in the mid 80s that didn't end up on the Frehley's Comet album.
Okay.
And so since people liked that one, I started working on a few more. But then the work sort of halted with the singer. I was talking to them, and it was sort of just collecting dust until I ran into Martin Sweet from Crash Diet, and he's as Kiss crazy as I am. And Eric Modine from Wildness in Houston is obviously equally Kiss crazy as I am. So we said, let's do a couple more of these and just put them out there. And once it was done, it was in the middle of the Nighthawk single release cycle. So it was like, we can't release it now as Nighthawk. It's going to be totally confusing.
Yeah.
But that was sort of the idea from the beginning, to just be another Nighthawk single. But so we said, let's just call it Space Boys and be a little Ace Frehley tribute act or something. And we'll see if it's just going to be a few singles or if we do a show. It depends on everyone's schedule. But yeah, just for fun.
Okay, cool. No, it's fun stuff. I mean, you can see obviously the love for Kiss and Ace Frehley is evident. But I kind of knew that anyway. But if it needed to be right on the nose, that's how you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Well, so we've got the new Nighthawk album. It sounds like you've got plans to make another one, which is great. And I think it's really nice also for anybody who's sort of, if you're exhausted of the Rolling Stones, if you're exhausted of all these other classic rock bands that are good, but you just want to hear somebody new and somebody maybe that you are completely unfamiliar with, possibly from another country, I think Nighthawk is the group that people should be listening to. Basically anything you do, but especially Nighthawk, because Nighthawk it's not as, there's keyboards, but it's not synth the way that Captain Blackbeard is. So there's a little less of the 80s new wave stuff, and it's more just straight ahead rock and roll with a little bit of heavy keyboards added in there, right? Would you say that that's accurate?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment, I think.
Yeah.
It's not the 80s AOR style. It's more like just hard rock with keyboards or organ and stuff.
Right. And without any embellishment, my favorite rock and roll singer, when Bjorn does rock and roll, he's my favorite rock and roll singer, without question.
Yeah, I concur. He's definitely one of the top guys who's out there doing it at the moment. I think.
Yeah. So between Nighthawk and Night Flight, he's got it covered as far as I'm concerned. Metal's a different. Metal's like a whole other discussion, but when he's doing rock and roll, he can't be touched. So, hopefully he hears this and he goes, "Oh, thank you. All right, great. Thanks so much." But no, you're working with top level players, and it's so much fun to see you continually putting out albums last time we spoke, you said the nicest thing. I don't know if you remember. You said, I'm only doing it at this point so that I could talk to you every year. And now we're
Yeah.
talking 2-3 times a year. So this is excellent. And
Yeah.
just because I met you when Neon Sunrise came out. And
Yeah.
that was what turned me on to your music. And I've been hooked ever since. And that was, I think, about 3 years ago now. So,
Yeah.
your output is very steady, but it's really, really good and it's consistent. And I'm just, you know me, we're friends, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan as well. So I
Oh,
think
thank you.
you're doing great.
Thanks a lot. And it's true. It's just an excuse to talk to you. You know
Well, I appreciate that very much. Making me blush. So,
that.
so is there anything else that you want to say to the fans right now? And fans of all your work, whether it's Nighthawk, Metalite, Space Boys, or Captain Blackbeard?
Yeah, well, I'm just really honored and happy for everyone that's listening to it and very grateful. And if you like it, keep listening to it so that I can do more of it. And then I will do it.
All
And
right.
hopefully I can come and play uh, on the other side of the ocean soon.
Oh, I would love, you know me, I would love that. I will be front and center. And if you, just a gentle reminder, everyone, if you will be in Sweden in August, especially at the end of August, go over to the Encore in Sumpan and you'll see Nighthawk for their record release show. And they'll be joined by Two Headed and Donna Canone. And you'll have a couple of drinks and have basically what would probably be the best time ever. That would be my guess.
Yeah, I mean, and not to blow ourselves up, our band, but the quality of the music you get when you go to that place is incredible. And I'm speaking about Talakanon, Two Headed, and other bands that play there on a regular basis. We get quite spoiled with that stuff.
Excellent. So there it is right there. Robert, it's such a pleasure to see you again. Special thanks again to Robert Majd. The new album from Nighthawk is 630, and it is available worldwide from our friends at Mighty Music and Target Group. During this interview, you heard clips of Hard Rock Warrior, Too Good to You, and I Am the Night. All are off of 630. It's a wonderful follow-up to the album Prowler, which came out in 2023 and is available also from Mighty Music. Be sure to check out that album as well. And if you will be in Sweden in August, head on over to Encore in Sumpan, Sweden on August 30th and enjoy the record release party for 630. Links to Nighthawk's social pages are also on this interview's notes, as are links to Captain Blackbeard and Metalite. No matter what you do, be sure to make legitimate purchases of the music, merch, and downloads and tickets to support hardworking artists like Robert Majd. And head on over to RadioRadioX.com for all things music and entertainment. We've got reviews, interviews, and more coverage. I've got an interview with local drumming favorite Jason Bittner of Shadows Fall and Category 7. And another iconic metal drummer, Mark Zonder, formerly of Fate's Warning and now with Warlord and A through Z. And another with powerhouse drummer Sean Duncan of LA Guns. I've also got interviews with John Bush, the singer of Category 7 and Armored Saint, and Flotsam and Jetsam guitarist Michael Gilbert, guitarist and producer Soren Anderson, and internationally acclaimed rock singer Ronnie Romero, and more. I'd like to thank Art and Rob and everyone over there at the RadioRadioX headquarters. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and all social channels. And be sure to keep coming back to RadioRadioX.com for more updates. I've got more video interviews on the way as well. I am Justin Smulison, new contributor here at Radio Radio X. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's more on the way.